So here we are with episodes 7 to 9 of The Legend of Vox Machina. I'm not going to go over the cast list again, that would be silly. It's mostly the same. I mean, the core cast is always the same. But there was one oversight last time, and because the character that she's played appears again here, I want to give a hat tip to Gina Torres specifically. I first was made aware of her through the Angel Jasmine mini arc at the end of a season, and everything since then I've really enjoyed her in. And she is perfect for this role. She can be very calm and welcoming and, very kind of mellifluous voice. But she can then go, no, we're going to kick some ass here. And you believe it. She's got a good range and I think, perfect fit for this character. But also, as a musician, why did I not give my hat tip to Neil Ackery, the composer for the series? You may know his work if you're a gamer from Blizzard's whole catalogue, it feels. He has been their go-to guy for a while, and that gaming scoring is quite suited to this, I think. He can bring up, a feeling of dread or a feeling of excitement and action in the action scenes and big moments. But then when we just need a bit of ambience just to, just lead us along through a scene or whatever, again, perfect in gaming, perfect here. I also like the fact that he does a variation on Your Turn to Roll, the song that has been the theme tune for the latter part of Campaign 2. I like what he's done with it, and I know obviously, again, like I said last time, they're all exec producers, so they're all going to have the hand in, and they're all going to be, that works or that doesn't. I think every step he's made where he's brought the motifs in from Your Turn to Roll to other scenes that then have completely different music, but he brings that in because this is a Vox Machina moment. This is a way of kind of saying, here's what it would have looked like if they were playing tabletop. Here's how that scene would have looked, and doesn't it feel epic? So let's bring in that epic theme tune. But yeah, the episodes themselves were a great furthering of the overarching plot. This is very much the Brightwood Arc in, as I said last time, I think 12 episodes. I think the next one will be the last pod of these, if you will. And we've got some backstory of both Percy and Cass, and also the whole turn to the Whispered One of the Briarwoods. The reason that happened, because Silas was ailing. And this is one thing I love about these characters in the world that Matt Mercer has created and the rest of the team. There is a depth to the characters. These villains, these bad people, are not two-dimensional cartoon characters. I mean, they are in the series by virtue of it being animated, but their characterization is very three-dimensional. Delilah Brightwood did what she did with regards to leaning on some very dark magics because she couldn't lose her husband. That's a very human thing. That isn't a wahaha, Mr. Bond, I expect you to die, sort of camp over the top villain. She does have some great camp over the top villain moments, but people have over the top camp moments. I'm really prone to them. If they're not necessarily villainous, they're definitely camping over the top. But these are all three-dimensional. Even Anders, who is voiced brilliantly, again, giving a hat tip here, by Stephen Root. If you don't know the name, you know the voice and you'll know the face. Trust me. But he enriches this character with such malice. But then again, we see in the backstory, we hear in how he talks about his past, that he has always felt sidelined. He was a tool for the Dorollos, nothing else. His intellect and his abilities were just sidelined because you're not going to lean on all of that just by being a tutor to some rich kids. You understand his motivations, and any well-developed character, be it good or evil, has well-developed motivations. You understand what they're doing, why they're doing that, and you either agree with it or you disagree with it, and it keeps you engaged in the material. They've done a really good job of making sure that even some characters who were not sort of major players are rounded out. They are given humanity, or whatever their species is. but they are given a reason to do what they do. We also have further developments of the relationships within Vox Machina itself, which is always welcome. And yeah, we have an episode where Scanlan goes on his own on a mission and manages to succeed just by being such a ballsy guy, which is perfect for the character. And the last thing I want to talk about really is the Pike arc that we get here, which was started in the last few, but we get that furthered. Her connection to the Everlight being severed, and her fear that she's been just discarded because she couldn't be pure and good all the time. She enjoys the excesses and the violence that Vox Machina tends to lean towards. The moment when she's talking to her and it's literally just, you can be good and do this. Any path can be a holy path if you are doing something for the right reasons. And whilst it's not necessarily a religious angle that I'm coming at this from, I liken it to therapy in a way. Many people get heavily depressed or anxious about things because they feel that they're not doing something right. They're not doing something that they are meant to do. They may have lost purpose in life and things like that. But as long as you're doing it for the right reasons, nothing is bad. If you're, killing and everything like that, that's inherently bad. But just not having a definite career path is not bad if you're doing something good that will allow you to be fulfilled. Any path can be holy if you keep it in service of the light. I absolutely love that. I shed tears. I have no problem saying that at all. I don't think anyone should, because this is what good writing should do. It should connect with you on a deep emotional level. We have really fun, high-octane action, really silly moments, and actually, I'll finish on one of those. And we have these deep, heartfelt moments. This is what kept me gripped to all the tabletop gaming I've seen so far from the team behind this. And this is not disappointing at all. It's not a surprise that it's in the high 8s to, 9s on IMDb. I am not entirely surprised. And I don't think that's just core fans. I'm not reading reviews because I don't want to impact my own in any way, shape or form. But once the series is finished, I'm going to have a look at what some of those ratings are backed by. And I wouldn't be surprised if we found some new converts. But the one silly thing that I really wanted to end on, just to really keep it light to the end as I like to do, was a great moment during the battle where Grog is going 1, 3, 11, all the letters. And to me, it's 50% how it was written and 50% Travis's delivery, if not more. I've just said it very matter of fact. It's not inherently funny, but the way it's done in the scene, in the moment, just tickled me. And, when Pike comes back all aglow and just, sup, stuff like that is, again, it's perfectly in keeping with these guys' sensibilities and the tabletop games. There are moments of absolute ridiculousness in the middle of fight for your life battles. And yeah, you got to keep it silly sometimes. But that's all I want to say about these episodes. I don't want to get too spoilery. So yeah, as always, thank you for watching and take care.